So hello all, namaskar. Today we'll learn about the pneumatic system. So what is pneumatic system? So the word pneuma means air, and pneumatics come from the word pneuma. And pneumatics is all about using compressed air to do the work, and that work might be in our day-to-day activity or in the major industry. So if you go towards the book, inside the book, so I have found this definition in the book that a pneumatic system is a system that uses compressed air to transmit and control energy or any equipment. And pneumatic systems are used extensively in various industries, and most pneumatic systems rely on a constant supply of compressed air to make them work. So this is provided by an air compressor. So this is a very basic definition of pneumatics, and this definition we understand that pneumatics is all about the air. So this is all the gameplay of the air. So in next part we'll understand what are the various air media, what are the media which is used in the pneumatic system. So going ahead, so what are the fluid medium for pneumatic system? So you know that nature has given us a lot of air that is free of cost. So we don't have to pay a single penny for buying air from the nature. So that is the number one fluid medium for the pneumatics. And number two is your nitrogen, because air contains 78 to 79% nitrogen. So these two are the main fluid medium used in any pneumatic system. So what are the components of a pneumatic system? So there are mainly multiple components: pressure regulator, tubing, piping, so many things. But there are a majority of five components of any pneumatic system, and those are the air compressor, air receiver tanks, air treatment system, pneumatic control component, and final control element. So these are the major five components of any pneumatic system. There might be a lot of accessories, but those accessories only support these five components. So what is the basic schematic of any pneumatic system? So here we'll understand that how all the major systems are connected or interconnected to each other. So the first component is compressor, and the second one is air receiver tank, third one is your air treatment system, fourth one is your pneumatic control component, and the final but the most important one is your pneumatic final control element. So what happens that compressor sucks air that is free of cost from the atmosphere, compress the air at some higher pressure, and that compressed air is stored in the air receiver tank, and from that tank it is regulated at certain lower pressure and stored in the air treatment system, and air treatment system purify that air, and that purified air is being sent to the pneumatic control component, which finally drives and control the final control element. So this is the very basic arrangement or schematic of a pneumatic system. So I have explained from the air to the final control element. Apart from that, you must be wondering that what is the pressure range that is being used in the pneumatic system. So the answer is 6 to 9 kg per centimeter square. That falls normally in the range of 85 to 128 psi. But when you're talking about the pneumatic signal, so that is around 50 to 60 psi, and the hardcore control signal for any control equipment is 3 to 15 psi. But that is altogether a different case. We're not going to discuss here. And apart from that, we'll discuss about the what are the application of pneumatics. So there are multiple application of pneumatics, but here I'm going to share the major application where industries where pneumatics application is very crucial factor. So oil and gas industry, one of those where the pneumatics is used for in wellhead control panel and all the control all operation. And steel industry, the other industry where pneumatics it cannot sustain without pneumatics. Then agricultural machinery, you must have seen if you watch very closely. So big agricultural machinery contains lot of pneumatics for their mechanical movement. And the automobile industry, there are a lot of mechanical movement happening at the very from a big level to small level, and that happens through the pneumatics only. And you must have seen the earth movers and excavators in your surrounding area, and there are a lot of electronics pneumatics also that is being installed here. So altogether a different case. And the last one is coal mining equipment that also uses pneumatic system for the control of all the mechanical movement of all the levers and pullers, and just lifting all the equipment, and just mining purpose. So what are the advantage of pneumatics? So pneumatics having a very high number of advantages, but I will capture very few here. So the first one is simple design. So from schematic we have seen that pneumatic systems are very simple in design and contains very simple components. So that components are very easy to maintain and manage. Second part is called high durability and reliability, since they are all a mechanical equipment, and so they run for very long period of time and with reliable operation. And high adaptability to harsh environment. It means that since there are all mechanical component and there is air involved, so it is very suitable in all harsh environment, maybe offshore or desert atmosphere also. Environmental friendly because air is being used as a fluid media, and you know that air is harmless to the environment, because even if there is something goes wrong into the system, so air leakage will not contaminate our environmental. So that's why our pneumatic system is considered to be environmental friendly. And it is economical because if you compare with the other system like hydraulics and electrical, then so it is far economical, because it contains very simple equipment and component for the operation. And the last point is safety aspect, since air is involved and all the components are very simple apart from the control component, so it is very safe to operate as compared to the other equipment. So these are the basic advantage of a pneumatic system, but apart from the advantage there are some limitations also. So the limitation of pneumatic system is low accuracies, because it contains a lot of mechanical systems and compressor and lot of transportation media also, and the fluid is transported through piping. So it is not as accurate as compared to electrical system. It is noisy because you have to run the compressor for a longer period of time to make up the air also, and also when the air is transmitted from or transported from one place to other place, so it is bit noisy also. And it is sluggish because it is using a lot of mechanical component only, so there is a lot of lags from component to component, and when you consider from one point to another point, so it becomes very sluggish means slow basically. So these are the basic three limitations, but there are more and more advantages. So I hope that you have got a basic brief idea about pneumatic system. So thank you for watching. Keep learning, keep sharing. Bye bye, take care.